Why are you running?
Because I'm eating.
I know.
And everybody judged me for my Kit Kats last time, so.
So can everybody hear us okay? I think we have good audio, but it's always a crapshoot with these. But so yeah, if you're seeing the title, I've got a vasectomy Friday, so good times. Been carrying one of these around quite a bit. Just gonna put this right here. But yep, that was the minor procedure that was discussed in the last YouTube video. Pulling up the questions. But hope everyone's having a good evening. Figured we would do a little bit of a live stream. As it turns out, this vasectomy has not allowed me to do a whole lot of work this week, so might be a little lapse in videos here.
You're really getting personal with us, huh?
Yeah, no holding back. Got to pay for this thing.
Hope you're doing well.
Yep. Someone asked why. Well, Mrs. Brown has informed me that she does not want to have any more children. And I said, okay. I didn't really want to do it, but then whenever I cut my hand, I already hit my deductible from the tendon surgery, so.
Plus, it's a million times easier for him to have a vasectomy than what it would be for me to have my tubes tied. Way faster and easier recovery.
Oh, yeah, when she had that C-section the first time, I was like, this is terrible. For me. Like, she was useless for like 2 weeks. Didn't do anything. Just laid in bed. Frozen peas. Yeah. Scale of 1 to 10, the pain. It didn't hurt at all. Like, the procedure itself, I got there like 30 minutes early. And we said we were back there maybe 10 minutes. I mean, take your pants off, lay down. They stick a needle in you. That stings for a second, and you don't feel a thing. And I don't know why they make you count to like 10 at the dentist office or whatever, or wait a couple minutes, because like he didn't stop at all, did he? Yeah, she was there for it. I watched all the kids come out, so she got to watch the vasectomy.
I said, don't overdo it. There'll be lots of swelling and bruising.
There's lots of swelling and bruising now. So I felt fine on Monday, and I didn't do anything strenuous. I just, spoiler alert, next video is about my pickup truck. So I cleaned out my pickup truck and reorganized my tool bed. And just walking around all day doing that, lots of swelling and bruising. Yep. 2 words, no comment.
Also, no babies.
Yeah, no comment, no babies, all the same. But yep, looks like Livy will forever be the baby. Yeah, the pain really is not bad at all.
Your face doesn't look quite clean shaven.
No, I'm not clean shaven. I don't intend to be. What you got there? Gigantic water bottle.
Slacking on my hydration.
There's lots of vasectomy jokes rolling through. Any good ones?
Dean, it is not my sole responsibility for birth control. We are in a real.
I did not see the comment there. But.
He keeps asking why not birth control? They make birth control. Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
What's the update on the new hoop barn?
So the new hoop barn, they put the wooden, like basically the base of it or the bottom part of it that the hoop barn's going to sit on. It's like in the last barn we used concrete. This one we're using treated lumber. That's all constructed. The barn should be there either tonight or tomorrow. And I think the crew is going to try to get the trusses up tomorrow. I don't know when they're going to pull the canvas over. I don't know if that'll be the next day or if that'll be like in a week or so or when that'll be. But should have trusses on it tomorrow. And then hopefully concrete soon after. I'd say they're going to do the trusses. Same people are doing the concrete. I'd say they're going to do the trusses and then the concrete. Just the way it sounded to me. Hopefully it'll be done this time next week. My hope. Won't wood rot from fertilizer? I don't think so. A lot of the co-ops, that's what they use, are wooden bays in their fertilizer barns.
I would like to say we are not skanky and just have clothes everywhere. I just lay out the kids' clothes for in the morning so they can just grab them before school.
Yeah, I moved them and I didn't move them completely out of the frame.
Scale of 1 to 10, what was harvest this year?
Well, if 10 being good, it's probably like a 9.8. Yeah, I would say it's a 9. Like, our corn was really good. Our beans were just okay. I mean, they were good, but they weren't, like, excellent. They weren't, like, record-breaking yields. But the corn was fun. Fun corn harvest.
There's somebody from France on here.
Man, it's got to be pretty late in France.
I don't know time zones. How's your dad doing after his dentist surgery?
He's fine. Yep, he's fine. He started cleaning off the combine today. So it's been pretty warm, and I was hoping to have some good days of washing equipment, but I did not get to. I haven't washed anything. I haven't done any work on that kind of stuff this week yet. I know BJ's got both the carts cleaned off, and Dad started on the combine. I don't know if he washed it yet, but I know he blew it off. He blew off both of the bean heads, and if you've ever blown off a combine, that's half the battle.
Is there a new seeder coming?
I haven't told them what it is yet. They don't know if it's
know.
a seeder or a planter, but whatever it is, just arrived to the dealership today. So that should be delivered before Christmas, like next week, I believe. That's kind of the tentative plan. So next week sometime, you guys are going to get to see what we're going to be planting beans with next year. I'm excited.
Do you work all your ground or wait till spring?
Most of the time we wait till spring. This year we worked like 250 acres of corn stalks. So we still have quite a bit of corn stalks to go, and then all the strip tilling. But it's probably, I doubt we get weather to do much turbo tilling between now and March, be my guess. I mean, it's pretty wet out there now. It's not going to freeze enough to where we could go out there, I don't think. So
It is 2:30 a.m. in France.
that's pretty late.
How squishy?
Squishy is good. So we checked our fan mail the other day, and do you remember the name of the person that sent it?
I'm going to assume it's the guy that runs the squishy account.
That's a good call. So there's a
His
person
name starts with a J.
Yeah, there's a person that comments as Squishy Brown on YouTube. That's none of us. We don't really know who that is. I mean, it's funny, but someone sent Squishy a $200 gift card for Christmas. So we bought Squishy a heated cat house.
And food.
And food.
And litter.
And a couple other things. Yeah. So Squishy is about to get pampered a little bit. But I don't know. We like the cat. I'm shocked he's not dead yet.
How much do you charge to clean a combine?
I'm not cleaning someone else's combine. I've said every year I'm going to pay someone to clean mine.
Did you ever get your Morton quote?
We did. And I should say that in a video. I can't believe I haven't yet. The barn that we quoted from them, it's the same one we've been quoting from all the other builders. In fact, we're going up Friday to a different place to get a quote. It is 100-foot wide clear span, so it is a very big building, width-wise. That 100-foot wide, 120 long, and then it also has an 80 by 20 lean-to that's where our office, bathroom, parts room, all that kind of stuff's going to be. That building from Morton, without concrete or electric, was $806,000, and that was wood trusses. Were you there when I was on the phone with him?
I was there right after.
Yeah. So Dad was not there. He was visiting Mom, and I told him. He got back and I was like, "Good news! I got that Morton quote," and I thought he was gonna fall over. Oh man, that was a shock. Like, I knew it was gonna be expensive, but I thought it was going to be like about three. Initially, I thought it was going to be about $400,000 to $500,000 is what I thought a shop was going to cost. We started pricing around, realized that that number might be a little off. I thought the Morton guy would be the highest, and he exceeded my expectations by a few $100,000. Now that did have a 44-foot Hydroflex door, Hydro Swing, or whatever the bifold door, a 30-foot roll-up door, and two 24-foot roll-up doors, and a bunch of man doors. I mean, it was a nice building. I mean, very nice, but wow.
Do you have a Cleary buildings around you?
Dad keeps talking about them. I don't know if we've priced one from them. I know he keeps talking about them because he keeps calling them Crary, like our aerial. I was like, oh, we're getting a Crary. And I was like, oh, man, you didn't even run the Crary this year. You must have really been impressed watching the YouTube videos, I guess. I don't know. And then he's like, no, a building. I was like, what? I mean, he was joking. I think he was pricing one. I can't remember what their price came back. But the guy that's building our hoop barn, we're going to go price a steel building from one of our grain bin people that we do business with, but they don't put it up. The guy's building our hoop barn, he said he would put it up if that building comes in at the right price. So that could happen, or what also might happen, most pole barn builders will do an 80-foot clear span. So we may end up going back down to an 80-foot wide by 120-foot long. If we do, I mean, there's a lot of other buildings, people that could do it, and I think the price would be quite a bit. Like, I'd say that would drop the price like well over $100,000.
How's the dryer going?
Which dryer?
I don't know. How's the dryer going?
It should just be sitting there. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I mean, we're done. We're done drying everything. So both of them need cleaned up. We haven't even cleaned up the stuff under them yet. To be honest, I thought this vasectomy would have me like sitting on the sidelines for like 2 days. I didn't realize that I would still be using an ice pack and limping or waddling.
Have you done any hunting content?
No, not yet. This weekend is our extended deer season, so I'm gonna try to go out. There is a spot that, like, if I can get away with not taking the kids one night, I think I can shoot a pretty nice deer. And I say that because if I take the kids, I'm going to go sit in one of the blinds, which more comfortable. That's not where that deer's at. If we go sit in one of them blinds, we have a good chance of shooting some does, which I'm okay with. I mean, to be honest with you, if I don't go shoot a nice deer, I don't really care if the kids go. I mean, we'll have a good time.
You want to let Dax run the combine next year?
I don't know. I don't know if he's quite ready yet. I mean, to be honest with you, I get to run the combine a decent amount, but I'm not done running yet. Like, I could run it the whole harvest and be pretty happy. We had a $20 super chat and I missed it.
I thought we already answered it. We just said Merry Christmas.
Oh, okay.
And sorry to hear about the boys.
Oh. No going around your neck. Yeah.
Is the tile plow staying on the farm, or are you going to do custom work?
No, we've got enough of our own to do. What we'll probably do is run that thing, do what we have to do. Like, we have the farm that it's at, like, it's a 100-acre project, and at the rate we go, like, we might get 50 of it done this year. Like, I don't expect us to finish it just because we don't have the manpower or the people. Like, we'll probably get to work on it for like a month, and then we'll probably have to unhook it. But I would say that we would finish that project. We have a few wet spots we'll tile out, and then, like, in 10 years we might get rid of it because we might not need it, or we might keep it. I mean, it'll be completely paid for. It'll have made us money by then and not really cost us anything. So I don't know.
You must have some good Amish builders in your area that can build your shop.
Yep, so the guy that's building the hoop barn, he is an Amishman named Ray Yoder. Ray is the guy that's also going to build our house. So he also built the drive-through at the grain bins. Ray's a pretty good guy. His prices have been pretty reasonable, especially even now. So yeah, we do have an Amish community, and one of the good side effects of that is you have a lot of pole barn builders in the area. When are you going to start your house? So When harvest started, we had some paperwork we had to do, and to be honest with you, once harvest started, that was like the last thing on my mind. Work every day and then come home and edit videos every night, and probably should have done that in August or September, and I didn't. Started that process. Only thing is now people want like your basically they want everything you're going to hand to your accountant, so I got to finish up some of that stuff. The main holdup for our whole house is the farm that we are putting it on. Me and Kayla own that land, but it's all financed, and that's the headache is getting that land released from the lending company for a more to basically what we would have to do, which is what we're trying to do, is take a piece of land that the house is going to go on and buy it off or pay it off from the mortgage like that the farm is on, so that we can put a house there because we are going to finance the house or at least a portion of it, and no financing company is going to loan you money on land that they don't have the right to. So that's the main holdup. Kayla, you look so happy.
I'm freezing and I'm tired.
Oh.
Do we ever have tornadoes in our area?
Nothing like they had in Kentucky. So we'll have a tornado warning from time to time. I've never.
There was a tornado over the summer.
Yeah, but I mean, I've never seen one of you. I mean, I know there's been some around. I can't think of any like within 10 minutes of our house.
It's like the wind will get pretty crazy and knock stuff over, but not tornado.
Yeah, like you go northwest of here a little ways, and it's a lot flatter, a lot more prone to tornadoes. We're 60 minutes from Xenia. A long time ago, Xenia had a pretty big tornado, killed a bunch of people. So I mean, we do get tornadoes, just not quite the amount they get in Tornado Alley. 74. See, I knew.
Do the Brown family members have any hidden talents, like singing, playing guitar?
Edited YouTube minutes. I don't know. I don't know.
Dax took guitar lessons for a little while, and that didn't work out. Might have to find somebody else to be his teacher. Emmy, she's pretty good at the piano, but she only took lessons for a couple months, but she caught on really fast.
Yeah. BJ, you may not be able to tell now, but in his younger days, he was like a collegiate level cross-country runner.
He ran in college.
He had an offer to run at Capitol, and he went to DeVry instead for computer science or some stupid crap like that.
So he was not a collegiate athlete.
I said level, like he was good enough to. I mean, he was all state in cross country.
Okay, I'd go with that.
Dad was, I don't know, I mean, he was a good basketball player. I don't think he has a musical bone in his body. But Dad's main skill is he can basically drive and operate anything with little to no instruction. So I'd call that a talent.
I'm bossy.
Yeah. No, not really. You're not. You're quiet.
He may have to get new skills after today. In about 2 hours, the big storm is coming across from Iowa into Wisconsin by me.
I hadn't
Hope you have a basement.
Yeah, I hadn't seen there was another storm out and about. I know when that tornado went through Kentucky, that was like the day after that I had the procedure done. I'm laying there in bed going, man, that wind, like we're only, I don't know, 3 hours north of that storm. So the remnants of that storm went through here, and it was very windy then, and it rained a lot. I was like, man, it's awful windy out there. And then, woke up and heard about all the devastation.
Guitars and caddies and hillbilly music rule.
Now, Kayla's family has a long line of musical talents, but they're also Kentucky hillbillies, so I think it's just kind of expected.
Yeah, I got shorted on the talent gene.
That is a fact. Like, I've heard her sing in the car. That could be a record.
Yeah. Smelly cat, smelly cat.
What are you doing?
It's a Friends thing and Squishy Browns.
Oh. So Squishy must be female.
Maybe. Have you ever thought about buying a race car?
No. Not for a long time. So racing looks very fun, but I mean, I'm 31 years old. Never raced a day in my life. So I feel like it would be, I'd be way behind the 8 ball on that. And it's just a lot of time. Like, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money. Not really something I'm looking to do. Something that does look very fun, which I'm sure if you get into it would be just as time consuming, but racing side by sides. There's a farmer I follow on Instagram. He does that. Looks like a blast, but his razor is no longer like a razor that you would buy in town. I mean, it's a race car.
What is your adult beverage of choice?
Coors Light or Michelob Ultra is the beer I usually drink. Mostly Coors.
Do you still like your truck bed?
Yes. So the next video is literally about my truck bed, and I've had that bed 5 years now. Talk about any regrets or any changes, and yeah, not a whole lot I would change. Still love the bed.
What kind of floor will be in the new fertilized barn?
So it's going to be fully concreted. I don't know what day they're pouring it, but the concrete is going to be the main holdup on getting the fertilizer in it. We need to let it set up for a couple weeks probably. So hopefully they get that in as soon as possible. We have 8 loads of fertilizer in our other hoop barn, and yeah, it's going to be pretty full. Pretty full.
Did you and BJ finish that bottle of whiskey?
No, we took that shot we took on camera, and that was it. Not really a big whiskey drinker, especially not shots. Not my thing, like, at all. I'd much rather have a Coors Light.
You gonna start a podcast?
Thinking about it. So when we build the house, I am going to make like a studio room, just because when we do things like this, it would be nice to not have kids running through the background screaming and stuff like that. And I think if I do, yes, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. I don't know. I was trying to figure out what the name of it would be, or what the general direction it would go. I mean, I don't want to tie it 100% down to farming, but I feel like most of the content on it would be farming, but I don't know. I mean, part of the benefit of the YouTube channel is I get to meet some pretty cool people. A lot of those people end up here for various reasons. And some of them, like, man, I would just love to sit down and BS with you and drink a couple beers and just talk for a while. So I think a podcast would be pretty fun.
How's your hand?
I mean, it works. I mean, it's still stiff. Doesn't work the greatest, but I mean, it moves. In August, I could only go like that. So, I mean, Kayla thought I wasted my time. You did. You thought it was not going to work anymore.
What?
You thought it wasn't going to work.
I mean, I hoped it would work. Olivia now thinks that butter knives are the most dangerous knife out of all of them. Anytime I get one out, she's like, "Careful, Mom, careful."
Yeah, I feel like my children are scarred because I managed to go to the hospital for a butter knife injury.
Are you still putting stickers on your work truck?
I am.
We have a bunch.
I put like 4 on it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
But the ones that we got in the mail recently, I haven't put on, I don't think. I found some. I did screw up and lose like probably 10 of them back in planting season. So I know some people have asked where their stickers are. I straight up lost a few of them. Sorry, but yeah, anymore, as soon as I get them, I try to put them on there as soon as I'm around the truck.
How's your mom?
Pretty good. Pretty good. We need to go up and visit her here sometime in the next few days.
We can go Friday and then drive around and look at all the lights in Grove City or wherever it is.
Friday is, I don't know. Me and Dad and BJ are going on a shopping trip, so it's hard to tell how long it'll take.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, when we go on a shopping trip, so we're going to the Agco dealer, we're going to the Bin dealer, and we're going to the Chevrolet dealer. None of us are getting a new truck. Dad's just getting some work done to his. But with Dad, those 3 stops, Kayla knows this will take all day. Like, day's dead. Nothing else will happen that day.
I used to think it was Brenda.
Yeah, Dad is a worse shopper than Mom was. Yep. Yeah, but Friday we are pricing out a new 1038, so that'll be
I
shocking.
don't know if you want to answer that one or not.
This one?
The Michael one.
So someone asked if our farm is near a high school. It is. So if you were at that school, that is us. But be careful. There's several other farmers right around that high school. But yeah, you can see our bins from the school.
We're trying to find somebody to put like a big Brown Farms like metal.
Well, we don't have an address marker or anything out there, and yeah, we need to get something out there.
Actually, that guy asked me. I still need measurements because I don't do measurements.
Well, that sign you want me to measure is 6 foot by 4 foot. I feel like that might be a bit big, but I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm 35. Can I have a ride on the combine?
Yeah, the Ariat giveaway. So yeah, we still have a few of these. So far, the only 2 people that have won and emailed me are from the first video. So I would look up who won, but they're all in that phone.
Oh, I don't know either.
Yeah, I have it saved in my phone, but my phone's right there.
Did Squishy give you any tips on recovery?
He did not. I feel like his procedure was a little bit more invasive. Like, I still have testicles. They're just, his are gone. Like, they gone. And they notched his ear for his troubles. My ears aren't notched. Thoughts on the air system. So I assume more ice. I assume you're talking about the air system on the bean head. Big fan. There are times where it is extremely effective, and there's times where you can probably get away without using it, but I've got a whole video coming on that once I get the gleaner cleaned up, so probably sometime next week I'll film that and we'll go into more details on it. Do you remember the school truck stop? You're talking about the old schoolhouse truck stop. Yes. Ate there for lunch about every day before it went out of business. Love my Ariat pants. So if anyone is looking for Ariat stuff, we are an affiliate of Ariat. So if you use our link, which is in the description of all our videos, you do get a discount.
Oh man, I'm wearing my favorite thing from Ariat. Smell my foot. My socks.
Get your feet out of my face, woman.
Sorry. I like those socks.
Those were supposed to be my socks, and I got them the wrong size. So she took them.
I like them.
But yeah, you get a 10% discount, I believe, by using our link. I think you have to put your email address in there, though. But if you were going to buy stuff, you're giving them your email address anyways.
What kind of shop is in the plans?
Well, like I said, it's going to hopefully be 100 by 120. Big door on the end, a 30-foot door in the middle, and 2 24-foot doors directly across from each other with an 80 by 20 lean-to. So, kind of the rough gist of it. The shop that we rebuilt the planter in last year, the workshop area, that was 60 by 60. So 100 by 120 is a huge upgrade. We'll be able to unfold all of our planters. We can just about unfold the sprayer in it. We're going 20 high. If we go steel, that'll be an arched truss, so it'll probably be more like 28 to 38 feet in the center, I would say, depending on the pitch of the roof. What?
Dave's mom loves the socks also, and everybody else said to keep my feet out of their lap.
Keep your feet on my lap, too. I don't need none of that.
Did the mower building sell?
Yes, the mower shop is sold. It is in the process of becoming a gas station.
Do heat in the floors. It's a no-brainer.
Well, possibly, but that was $80,000. So tube heaters is what we've always used. Um, they're pretty cheap, and we're not in that shop every day, all day. And from what I understand, people that I know that have in-floor heat, you're kind of like if you want it to stay 68, you're going to leave it 68 because it's not going to recover. So as our tube heaters, when we leave them every night, we will turn we'll turn the heat down to like 45, and then when we come back, we'll turn it up to 60. So I don't know. We'll probably go with tube heaters. In-floor would be great, but I just don't know if we can swallow the $80,000 investment. It's just it's a lot.
Are you putting in a pit?
Kind of something we go back and forth on. Kind of want to, kind of don't want to. I don't know. I mean, Larson's really seem to love theirs, but at the same time, it's kind of in the way. The way we have the shop laid out, I don't know where I would put it. I would probably have to put it in our wash bay, but we don't want that because it's going to fill up with water. But I don't know. I don't know. Martin would definitely be on our list if we have a building that big. So if we wouldn't have sold the other building, I was going to get one for it.
Somebody said, Kayla, what do you do? Should we say the TikTok thing?
Yeah, go for it.
No, I don't want to now.
So there's a couple jokes to that. One of the things Kayla's job is to sit in that chair over there with her feet up and Grey's Anatomy on.
Yeah, that's my job. Watch all the Grey's Anatomy.
Multiple times. Works overtime daily. Yeah, we can't say the other one. It's not fit for YouTube. It's funny, though.
It's on TikTok. And a kid asks its mom, what do you do, Mom? And the mom says,
Yo, Dad.
Yo, Dad. I knows it. You knows it. Everybody knows it.
You're going to get in trouble talking like that. Appropriation.
Appropriation. Vasectomy. Oh, that's what TikTok says. So it looks like harvest wasn't over when you parked the gleaner.
Yeah, it was over. So I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 videos ago we finished up. I moved it out of the hoop barn, but yeah, the gleaner harvested the last beans of harvest. I mean, it was the last combine running. When you're breaking ground on Kayla's house, hopefully sometime this winter, spring, somewhere in there.
Have you thought about overhead hoist?
Thought about it. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. I'd just like to get the building up. I mean, to be honest with you, we don't do anything super crazy as far as, like I've never pulled an engine out of a vehicle. Changed a few transmissions, but that's about as big as anything as we've done. As far as heavy equipment, I don't know if we'd need a hoist. I really don't. I mean, it'd be nice, but I don't know.
What'd you do different to the audio?
So I bought a different mic. Bought it on Amazon. I mean, it's a cheap mic, but I live stream off my iPhone because it's the simplest way to do it. You can live stream from the Canon that I film all the videos on, but it's a little bit more complicated and I don't know how to do it. It's the main reason I don't. But I bought this. Just unplug it now. But it just plugs right into the iPhone. This is like $15 or $20. Get your plugs in here. And it seems to work awesome. So let me know how much different the audio was there. But the speakers in my iPhone are completely blown out. They don't work anymore. And yeah, this helps quite a bit.
Is there anything new coming?
New planter, or the new bean apparatus will be here next week. We're pricing a new 1038 because the lease on one of our 1038s is up next fall. So we are pricing it and trying to get it ordered now just because of availability issues. and it's probably going to take between now and next fall before we would get it. Really, I don't. That's kind of. I don't know what kind of tractor we're going to end up with. I would imagine it's probably going to be leaning closer towards AGCO because I know we can get one in the time frame we need it. I don't think we could get a deer by the time we need it. Just talking with people in that area. I don't know about a case. I don't know. This would be a Fendt, not a Challenger. It's a very nice tractor. We might just buy the lease out on our 1038 that we have. It's a great tractor. It's got low hours. The only problem that we have with it, or it'd be a no-brainer, is it only has a single hydraulic pump. We need a dual pump tractor for running our corn planter.
Do a house build series.
That was the plan all along. We're going to do that on the other YouTube channel just to keep this one from being cluttered because that house is going to be built at probably the same time a lot of farm work's going on. So the house build will be on our other YouTube channel, which is just Brian Brown. So if you haven't checked it out, you can go check it out. It's not a lot. There's just a little bit of everything on that channel, but hopefully our whole house build will be there. Or at least like a weekly update or something. Pretty excited for it, but just wish we were, in the groundbreaking phase or the building phase. Or I'd be happy if the electric was back there. I've got to run underground electric for like 2,000 feet and water for 4,000 feet. So I'm not super looking forward to that.
AGCO seems to have good service in your area.
Yeah, we have a good dealer. All the dealerships are in the same town, so it's not like one of them's any closer than the other one. They are getting ready to build a case store. It might be a little bit closer, but it's not a huge difference.
You going to build a racetrack?
No, not planning on it. So Dax would probably love it. Dax really likes racing. He wanted me to race him today. Like, no, son, my begonia's hurt. He understood.
Are you going to fix the reel on your dad's bean head?
Yeah, that bean head needs a decent amount of work. I don't know what he's got going on there. If you don't know what they're talking about, Dad's bean head every now and then would just speed up and slow down on its own. It would. I don't know. I don't know why it was doing that. I don't know if it was low on oil. I don't think so. It's got a sight gauge. He checks it pretty often. I don't know. We thought about maybe trying to replace that head. That head's like a 2013, I think. But problem with that is I don't know how long we're going to keep that combine. Good news is that combine's paid for now, so that's pretty nice. And being that it's the second combine, I would say we will keep that Claas until we are ready to buy another, like to basically to replace the gleaner. We'll just make the gleaner the second combine. So I don't know. More of the story. Have you figured that out? I don't know.
I'm not even listening to you. I'm just reading questions. Can you go without a reel with the wind system?
You're still gonna want a reel. I turned it all the way off a few times, and it would feed in there. It was just uneven with the reel with the reel going slow. I mean, it worked really well. Yeah, you kind of still need the reel, otherwise it'll bunch up and then all blow in at once, and it just doesn't do the greatest, in my opinion. And you got the reel, you might as well use it. Now you can keep it out of the beans a lot better. I mean, I don't run it very far down. The wind system definitely helped for that.
Can you use the tile plow to run the electric?
No, because it has to be in Schedule 40 PVC, and every so many feet I've got to have a junction box, and I have to have it all done by the power company's code. The water line, might be able to do it with the water line. But I don't know. I don't know if we can run a 2-inch line. We also got to go through a blacktop road, so that'll be fun.
Any updates on your rock store?
Haven't really done anything to it since the last video on it. Just drive it.
Do you like the devastators on your corn head?
I do, yes. I'm really anxious to see how much better those stalks break down over winter. But yeah, I'm very happy with them. The only thing, they're heavy. They're definitely heavier. And the last cornfield we did, it was starting to get a little muddy. And whenever I would drop the head down to pick up down corn, it would definitely start getting mud sticking to it. So I could see where that could be an issue eventually, but overall, pretty pleased with it.
Okay, so lots of people have asked what you think about Cole and his sponsorship grain bin thing.
So Cole is one of my best YouTube friends, probably. Like, I probably talk to Cole the most. I think the world of Cole and his family.
I think he just worded it wrong. He
Yeah,
had
man.
good intentions.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he was selling a limited edition Christmas kind of thing. And yeah, I think he maybe just worded it wrong.
He did not present it the way he probably should have.
Yeah.
But he wasn't begging for money.
No, I mean, I don't think he was. And like I say, I've met Cole. I've seen him in person multiple times. And like, they're really good people, that whole family. Like, really good people. So, think the world of him.
Why not stalk stompers?
That was an option. Considered going that route, but I don't know, wanted to try the Devastators. They seemed a little bit more aggressive. We do have a neighbor with stalk stompers. They look like they do a good job, but I think the Devastators are just a touch more aggressive. If the Devastators were too heavy for the gleaner, we were probably going to put a few of those stompers on the gleaner head and then put the Devastators on the cloth head. But it ended up working out okay, so we didn't.
What do you credit your great double crop beans?
So our double crops weren't like record breaking. We had a few fields that were in the 40s, but we also had a few fields that were in the low 30s. Moisture and lack of frost. That's really the only thing that you can attribute it to. If you have a dry summer when you plant those and they just don't get enough rain to germinate, you're screwed. And if it frosts first part of September, you're screwed. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Do you plan on doing an end of the year live stream with your dad and brother?
I don't know. We'll see. Possibly. I mean, to be real honest with you, a lot of the times the live streams happen when I don't have a lot of videos. Like, because of this vasectomy, there's not a lot of videos this week. I mean, it took me 3 days to do one video on my pickup truck. But, yeah, we'll probably do something like a year-end recap or something along those lines.
Everybody wants to know what happened between you and the millennial farmer.
Oh, the statutes of limitations aren't up.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, we can't talk about that yet. But it was a fun time. And it's one of them things you're not ever going to forget.
I was not impressed.
I was. I thought it was awesome. I don't know. On their podcast, it sounded like I was getting the blame for it. I was just a weary traveler passing by.
Whatever. You're all adults and not 16. I mean, I'm sure it was fun.
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
4.5 years we'll tell you all about it.
Would a land roller be better for corn stalks?
I don't know. One thing I want to try is a rolling harrow. Like, Underforth makes a pretty aggressive rolling harrow. Kind of considering trying one of those this year. There's no land rollers around here, and there's no one even carries them around here. So I don't really see us getting one of those anytime soon. I don't know what they would do for corn stalks, but maybe it would help get rid of some rocks. I don't know.
Have you had any luck with high population to get better double crop yields?
So we plant our double crops a lot thicker when we do our first crop. Normally anywhere between 220 and 190, just depending on if whoever's running the planter remembers to up the population. And I'm not blaming BJ. I've done that multiple times. Just completely forgot and got in there and planted them a little light. But usually try to shoot for 210.
Working Words podcast. Kind of like that.
Possibly. I had one idea I thought of and I've completely forgot it to mention.
Trent said, I ran the J&M rolling harrow over corn stalks.
What are you thinking of?
I parked it overnight at your place when I bought it. Thanks for that.
Okay, I do remember that. I do remember that now, yeah. Yep. Yeah, like Underforth, they make that one, like they put an air seeder on it, or an air system for a cover crop seeder. And when I was looking at that, and like in literature, I didn't realize how aggressive it was. But I think us pulling one of those behind our vertical tillage tool, I think we could really help to level up some of the fields that got a little screwed up from the wheat harvest. But I don't know, or wheat planting, or seeding, or whatever you want to call that. The rumble strips is what I would call it. They're ungodly rough.
Um, how's that? Their Kraus working?
Kraus accelerator. Pretty good. So we haven't used it a whole lot, about 250 acres, like I say, but I like it a lot. I like it much better than the Turbo Max. Now, full disclosure, when BJ did that wheat, part of the reason it was bouncing, there's a couple things going on there. One, our agronomist told BJ he needed to run 11 miles an hour, which in my opinion, with a Turbo Max, that is 2 miles an hour too fast because it will bounce. But it was also that bar was set up to run on our 1038. So I think that it probably should have been leveled. I wasn't there when they hooked it. I don't remember what I was doing. I don't remember if I was doing beans or what. I don't know, but I do not believe they got it quite leveled, which would have also contributed to its bouncing. But the speed was the main thing. I haven't had the Kraus bounce, but I also don't run it over 10 miles an hour. Usually, the way that tractor is geared, about 9.8 is kind of the sweet spot.
How does Bob feel being on YouTube or a podcast?
I don't know what he'd think about a podcast. I mean, full disclosure, if we do a podcast, like, we're probably going to cuss on it. I'm not going to completely rip off Zach and Becky and Randy's podcast, but it's probably going to be similar. I mean, I'm not going to. I don't know. It's going to be a lot more laid back. So, I don't know what do you think of that. George would be a fun one to be on there. But the thing is, when I put George in front of a microphone or a camera, he freezes up and doesn't talk. I would like to have him on there. I've got a couple buddies local, like one of my buddies is ex-Amish, and he has a really great story. I mean, talk about someone starting with nothing. He literally walked away from his parents' house with nothing other than the clothes on his back. So, I mean, that's a good story. And he's really fun to talk to. And I guarantee if I give him a podcast, it could be 4 hours and he won't shut up because he's a talker.
Are you doing any tile work this fall?
They actually just delivered the tile today. But we probably won't do any till after New Year's, I would say. Just because we've got a mound of paperwork to do, and it's just not going to happen until, I would say, probably mid-January. And then by then the weather will probably be bad.
What will you do for working on equipment this winter if you don't get a shop put up?
So we'll do what we did every other year before last year. I mean, we'll just use the smaller, older shop. It's completely crowded. It's completely full of junk. We can't get a lot in there, but we can get like a combine in there or a tractor in there to service it. So that's what we'll do. You ever going to start driving tractors?
I don't know.
You went plowing with me. Remember that video? Plowing with my wife. I thought that was clever. You drove that one.
Tractors are expensive, and I don't want to be the one to mess things up.
That was a demo. That wasn't even ours. Like, you could have hit that.
That's worse.
You could have hit a tree with
messing
it.
up somebody else's stuff.
You could have hit a tree with it. It wouldn't matter.
No, it matters, and that's worse.
Is Zach okay? I haven't seen him in a video in a while. I think he is on the mend. So he had the Rona pretty good, but I think he's better now. Any benefit in using fungicide on corn? This year, big benefit. So around here, the going consensus is that from time to time, fungicide, I mean, like on a 10-year average, you're going to be money ahead to use it, but sometimes it won't pay. This year, it paid big. Like this year, it paid for like the next 10 years, basically.
Did your dad get through the whole bag of M&Ms?
I don't think he's quite through it, only because the snack box is still over at the grain bins, and he hasn't been over there in a while. I need to bring that. I started bringing some of the snacks back over to the office, but he will plow through those. He would basically grab a bag of M&Ms every day. So, Dad has a sweet tooth. bag of M&Ms, can of Vienna sausages, and some Pepsi. That's usually his lunch. Like it,
Mountain Dew.
or Mountain Dew. Dad is the only one of us that still drinks pop. I mean, BJ will sometimes, but most of the time he drinks tea, water, and coffee. Dad will just sporadically throughout the year buy like 2 36 packs of Pepsi and Mountain Dew, and they'll sit down there for a year. Like at the grain bins, not down at the office. At the office, some of the kids will drink it, but
Our kids don't drink the pop.
the other kids do.
Where did we meet?
High school.
Yep.
High school FFA.
Yep.
On a school bus, putting bug traps out in bean fields. That's the first time I remember you.
Yep.
I was like, hey, she's kind of cute.
Oh yeah.
And then I creeped on you and got your phone number from somebody. This was before Facebook. It was before you could slide into the DMs. Had to get your phone number. Called you up. You had a boyfriend. Kept calling you. Next thing I knew, you were my girlfriend. That's how that worked.
We were on vacation.
That's
when
kind
you
of a home
called.
wrecker. It worked out.
I love the title.
Yeah. We should have done a live stream while I was doing it.
Oh, Brian said pictures.
No, shh.
Him and Zach and Randy are a little too close.
Can't believe you put that on there, but yeah.
I can't believe you sent them.
Yeah, I might have sent Zach and Randy a picture of me on the operating table. I don't know. It was weird. It was the drugs.
There were no drugs.
Oh.
Love your channel. My favorite YouTuber by
Depth
far.
gauge. Thank you. I need to get one of them depth gauges. Was Sunny Farms in the chat?
I don't know.
I think he was. I think I did see him go by. Cole, if you're still in the chat, what's up, man?
Oh, he said I love the title.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize he was on to that.
I don't read the names. I just read the comments. I don't notice. You look better with a beard.
Thanks. I feel better without that much beard, though. I mean, it was starting to get long enough, though, where it wasn't like sticking out. It's starting to go down. Well, I don't know. There's a point in time where it's just really uncomfortable. This is about as clean shaven as I get, though.
Are you worried about herbicide shortages for next year?
Some stuff, we have a good bit of our products. For whatever reason, we had 2 years supply of Roundup last year, which worked out great for us. I guess we bought that in August, so I'll give it to Dad. He was on top of things and was forward pricing a lot of stuff way ahead of time. So this year we're in pretty good shape for most of our stuff. We paid for it early. We have probably 75% of our nitrogen already bought. We bought that a few months ago. That last 25% is going to be a little painful. We were going to start we don't put fertilizer on all of our bean ground yet, but we were going to. I don't quite know that we were going to do that this year just because of prices, and we did not figure that in when we purchased all of our dry. So
I say like 4 more minutes and then we're done.
okay. Mrs. Brown's very sleepy.
10 o'clock is my bedtime.
And she means it. She'll be asleep by 10. Well, probably after. Rub my back. Rub my back. I know you're trying to sleep, but rub my back. That'll happen first. What beard products do you use beard products? I use water.
Hopefully soap
And soap.
too. Okay.
But no beard oils. Just blessed with good skin and genetics. That was sarcasm, but
Will Mr. Brown write a book about farming?
I don't think so.
We got an email from some company.
So Kayla answers all the Bryant's Farming video emails now.
It was like, it's an educational app, kind of like YouTube type thing, except you can set up like live chats. Like you can check out agriculture in live chat with somebody who specializes in something in agriculture that you have questions on. Or you can, like, there's a wide variety of things. But I don't know. I was thinking about it. I don't know that you're an expert.
Yeah, I wouldn't call me an expert, and my phone rings enough. But, yeah, I can't imagine Dad ever writing a book though, and I'm not writing a book about anything. Like I vlog with a camera because I don't like to write or type. So there's rarely ever a detailed description of one of my videos, but when there is, I use the voice to text.
Oh, that's. I thought somebody was texting you, but it's a different.
Oh.
I got it. I got it.
I was really confused how a text from my phone ended up on your phone.
Yeah. Bob could get a book. That's.
So yeah, we're going to go a couple more minutes and then we're going to be done. So if you got any questions, get them submitted and Kayla will try to, find them. Also in this video too, we're going to do a giveaway. So whenever this live stream ends, 2 comments I'll select. You have to comment on the actual video just because we got like 4 more hats to give away. And I don't know if I'm going to have 4 more videos between now and Christmas. So at the end of the stream, comment on the comment section, not the live comment section, to be entered to win 1 hat, 1 Farm Focus gift card.
Do you guys use chicken litter or hog manure?
No, just because we can't find any. Never have. One of our neighbors is pretty heavy into it. He actually has a lot of pigs just for the manure. And then I think he started trucking in chicken manure like months ago.
Good night and happy holidays. Merry Christmas, whatever.
Hope your boys quit aching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Someone said something really funny, but I didn't want to read it.
Is a hoop barn a third of the cost of a pole barn? So pretty much our big hoop barn, which is 60 by 120, I believe we have right at 55,000 to 60,000 in it, and that's with the concrete. The concrete was a good chunk of that. I believe the barn itself was 25 grand. And then it was about 20 to put it up, and then the concrete. So quite a bit cheaper than putting up a pole barn. I think a pole barn that was smaller now was going to be around 100. So there you go. But thanks for hanging out, guys. We're going to go I'm going to get another ice pack, and we're going to go to bed. See ya. Where's the thing?